Sioux Lookout has felt like home really since we moved here. I really can't imagine anywhere else where I'd want to practice medicine. So it makes me feel that for somebody who has a physician with a busy life, a busy career, that I can really balance family and career really nicely here.
When we came here, we were thinking maybe a year, potentially 2, and we're approaching 3 years now, and we don't have an end date in mind at this point. So we actually brought our first child into the world right here in Sioux Lookout.
I've always felt since coming up here that for any new doctor to come up and have a year in this practice, they gain a wealth of knowledge and experience. It increases your self-confidence, having to deal with so many situations and to know that you can come through them and you have support around you and you can manage things and do a good job. It's very fulfilling.
Our hospital here is amazing. It opened brand new in 2010, and it's a beautiful hospital with lots of great character and facilities. We have a really strong First Nations presence there as well, with the traditional foods program and translators, and we have an elders program as well. The people who work there are amazing and what make it really special. I always feel really well supported there by the administration, by my colleagues. For a small hospital, we do a lot of things, and I love that I can do a variety of medicine.
In Sioux Lookout, we have 2 primary care clinics, the Northern Clinic and the Hugh Allen Clinic. The Hugh Allen Clinic services the municipality of Sioux Lookout, and the Northern Clinic is the home for the physicians that service the northwestern third of the province with the First Nations communities north of Sioux Lookout. So it provides a wonderful diversity of practices for physicians to work from.
I work for Sioux Lookout First Nations Health Authority. I oversee all the health services that are delivered from our organization to the communities. We have 31 First Nations communities. Most of them are fly-in. I think the doctors that have stayed here want to work with the Indigenous population, and communities welcome physicians.
I have been here as a practicing physician for 38 years now. Over my time here, I've worked in many different settings. Now I'm mostly doing clinics. I drive out there. There are 3 communities on a large reserve. Over that time, I have come to know and love the people there.
I think the most important thing is to not make assumptions and be very open and spend a lot of time with the community as much as you can and be present, right? It's taken 3 years before I feel like I really even start to scratch the surface of knowing Sachiko and knowing the families and knowing who people are and building some sort of trust. But the reward is significant.
My years in Waterman Lake as their family physician will definitely be among my most treasured for sure. It's so special to be able to become part of a community that just welcomes you in. It's such a strong knit community, and to feel that I can be part of it and contribute as a physician was really special.
In some remote communities, some people don't have phones, or they have an iPod or something that can connect to the internet. I set up a professional Facebook account, and I'm only friends with people in Sachiko Lake, and I provide some health education through sharing links and writing my own kind of health information, and that can be the most reliable way to reach some people.
I love being able to relate a person to a family and a history. It's much more than just knowing the family, where in the city you maybe just know one family and you know the family members in it. I know the grandparents and the aunts and uncles. I carry more history with me every passing year of the people of Lac Seul, and I really appreciate that I've had that opportunity.
I first came to Sioux Lookout when I was a resident. I did a 2-month rotation here and I wasn't really sure what to expect, but it was fantastic from the first day. I loved the patients that we took care of and the collegiality and support of the mentors and colleagues here. The variety of medicine that I was able to do was so incredible. The experiences and hands-on learning that I gained was really incomparable.
When you first come to Sioux Lookout as a locum, you're paired with somebody. When I first came up, I was able to go with a physician to go up north with. I was able to kind of ask him all my questions that I had. With it being so unique here, there are like lots of little challenges that you come across, but with the supportive colleagues we have here, it's really nice.
The Sioux Lookout Regional Physician Services Incorporated now owns this stretch of property. It's about 12 semi-detached houses all in a row, and it's a big shared backyard which are largely rented by other physicians. It's just a lovely little shared space. It's a real, can I borrow a cup of sugar sort of situation.
The physician community here is so tight. We have a group of colleagues who look out for each other, who have walked through life with one another, are interested in the same things like exploring the outdoors and supporting one another through life's ups and downs. When we decided to have kids, we realized that this was the exact place that we would want to have our children. Our kids are always able to be somewhat close to us. I don't have to commute. There was great childcare before they got to school, and now that they're in school, they're having a great experience in school here as well. We have a French immersion program, which my kids love. I'm able to be really involved in their classes and in their education here. I feel really close to home, and even when I'm on call, I can be at home. So it makes me feel that for somebody who has a physician with a busy life, a busy career, that I can really balance family and career really nicely here.
I am never bored for a second of my work here. The social situations, the medical situations are complex, but the patients and the families are wonderful. Anytime you have questions, you've got a challenging situation, there are people you can reach out to for support. And you learn all the time, tons. The work is intense, but the time off is so rejuvenating, right? I get home from a long day of hospitalist in the summer, and I go for a 2-hour paddle on a beautiful lake and climb a mountain and eat blueberries. Just being in a gorgeous part of the world with colleagues who share interests and are also passionate, that it strikes a wonderful balance.
I've never wanted to go and work anywhere else. I'd rather have the lake and the bush and the wildlife all the time and the city when I want it than the other way around.